Hey, look who I found here at GDC 2017. This is Josh Nilsson. He is the co-founder and CEO of Eastside Games. I guess I could have just caught up with you in Vancouver,
Probably.
but it's more fun here, right? It's exciting, it's electric here on the streets of San Francisco. How many GDCs have you been to?
Probably about 8.
8?
Yeah.
What was the reason to come here the first time? Why did you need to get down to GDC?
Right here.
Right there.
We're launching the official Trailer Park Boys game. Trailer Park Boys Greasy Money. So we're just down doing some greasy Trailer Park Boys scams, drinking beer out of bathtubs and stealing wieners and stuff like that. Yeah.
You're actually physically doing that stuff, or you're doing that virtually in your game?
I wish. I'm doing more boring biz dev stuff, but we're down to just look at the latest technologies, talk to other devs, drink the great beer down here, that sort of stuff.
Awesome. Can you tell me a little bit about your personal experiences, of coming to GDC, like some of the connections you've made, or the lessons that you've learned from other people, or is it more social, or is it more business, or a little bit of both?
It's pretty unique. It's unlike anything I've really ever done. It's you come down here, you got to stay hydrated. You got to make sure you don't go to too many parties, and anyone that makes games from big to small, you'll bump into them at a party. So it's a really unique event that we try to make down every year. This year, I think we have 8 people down, and a lot of people from our studio. We're about 70 people now. They kind of do that.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a sometimes when I'm writing the checks, but it's good. Yeah.
That's awesome. And how much have you seen, the business evolve, and I guess include the sort of mobile stuff and the VR stuff, over the last 8 years, the last handful of years that you've been coming?
Yeah, it's complete. It's a complete flip. So on the show floor now, there's everything from VR tech to mobile to like traditional games. I think it's great. Like we actually pivoted a bit, and we're making games for older demographics. So moms and dads are making casual games that you could play with one hand, or games that you're supposed to be playing while you're at school or at work. And so I came from the core games, and now I'm making these games. And what's great about games is there's a market for everyone. We're gonna no longer have this title of like I'm a gamer. It's gonna be like I just play games. You never really meet anyone and say, I'm a TVer. I mean, maybe you do because you're a TV celebrity, but I never meet anyone that's like, I'm just really into TV, man.
No, I never hear I'm a movieer or I'm a musicer, and it is weird with gaming, that sort of badge of honor. On the development side, though, is it as creatively rewarding to build something that, has a pretty simple input kind of mechanism as it is to build a huge real-time strategy game?
It's different, but what we like about it is we can make games like that are really out there. Like our titles are kind of almost like counterculture games, so we can make something that I think Trailer Park Boys fans will love, but we could also make something that if you never watched the Trailer Park Boys, you might think it's great too. So what's happening with mobile and why I love this space, we could just put something out there right away. Yeah. We could see if it works. We could fix bugs on the fly, and we could really interact with our fans like right away. Our fans consume a lot of content, and our fans help drive the vision of the games. And in traditional games, when you have these big year-long, 2-year, 3-year-long projects, it's really hard to influence what's going to go in the games. We could also react to social experiences. So if something's happening in the world, a world event, we can react really quickly to that.
That's awesome. Well, you guys are obviously learning not just from the players of your existing things or as you're shipping and developing these things, but you're also learning with every product that you make. How much has Eastside kind of changed and evolved apart from growing into a bigger company? The philosophies, the way that you guys make games.
So many times. We make so many mistakes, but with the mistakes, when we're staying small, like we started at studio at 12, we grew to 20, and then 40, and then 50, and now 80. We still keep the teams really small, move really quickly, and really trying to hone in on sort of our craft. So I think with anything, it just takes a long time. I think a lot of time developers here, and that's why it's great to learn here, is they think they could come launch a game and then it's either pass or fail. It takes years of doing smaller launches to kind of learn what your audience is and what you're going to be good at, and more importantly, what you suck at. Yeah. We really suck at a lot of things, so now we kind of know what we're good at, and we're going to kind of stay with that.
What are you good at? What are the things that, when you kind of reflect on your company and the people that you work with, what are you proudest of?
So specifically in games, I think we're really pushing the boundaries on things like it might be a bit boring to people outside of it, but on culture and how to change what game studios look like. Game studios don't have to be a 100% dudes. Like we're trying to really make it more diversified. So we're trying to make games that cater to a different demographic and try to do something a little bit different. We're trying to cater to a new group of fans, and I think if we can do that, then we could find this new genre.
That's awesome, and it is kind of putting it out there and seeing who shows up for this stuff. But I guess now with mobile, a little less so with Facebook, but now they have these HTML5 games and stuff, so maybe Facebook again soon. But it feels like these platforms are really able to access just a mass audience out there in a way that the traditional game scene really couldn't before, right?
Yeah, for sure. You've heard this hundreds of times. Everyone has like a powerful gaming computer in their pocket, but I think the other thing to think about is people are consuming more and more content around games. So the one thing that we did that's a little bit different than other indie studios is we make the game and people will play maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours of the game, but then we have 6 hours of shows every week on our Twitch and our Facebook Live channels where people just want to interact with the devs and watch them making the game. So if you told me when I started in games 10 years ago, we would have more people viewing people making the games than they would actually playing the games. That's mind-blowing, and it's also pretty awesome.
Well, that's, I mean, one of the major things that I think has occurred over the last 15 years or 20 years is that it's not just a faceless industry. There are people behind these things, and it is really cool, all these different platforms to be able to access developers like yourself. Take us through the evolution of the titles at Eastside. What was the first game that sort of set you guys in motion?
So we did a whole bunch of casual games, and we kind of had our start like everyone else, where it was the last game, and we put it out, and I think we're on 25 games that didn't make money. Yeah. And then we put our game out, and our big game is Pot Farm. Yeah. So it hit. It got like almost 400,000 or 500,000 players in a day. We don't really know because the servers broke, but people were still installing it and telling other people to play just because they wanted to hold their place in line. And we kind of grew off that, and then we
no pun intended.
and we built Pot Farm. We built some other games, some strategy games, and then we went back to casual, and we figured casual there was a space for us. So what we're really good at is making really kooky, really funny games. So I think that's where our strategy is. So if you like Workaholics, Ren and Stimpy, anything like that, you're gonna like our games. If you like to laugh when you play games, or you want to hold up your phone and be like, oh my god, I can't believe they did this, that's our genre.
So you have Pot Farm, and you have the Trailer Park Boys game that's not shipped yet. It's coming soon, right? Everybody's tapping their feet, looking at their watches, wondering when this is going to be out there. But what other titles have you got in your catalog? And please tell us one that you are proud of that you think hasn't had enough attention, that people should go out and find and play.
Okay, so the most fun game that we ever made that didn't get the success it needs, but everyone needs to play it, is called Idle Paws Kitty Clicker, and it's an idle game where you pet a cat.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, and you grow a cat, and you have to take care of them, and in order to, instead of tapping, you have to pet the cat. So I think we're the biggest cat petting game in the world. I don't know, but
that is an interesting genre there.
And I think that game actually got us the deal to do the Trailer Park Boys game. So, so they were like, "You're doing idle games. That's one that I got to check out." And then we have Dragon Up as well. And the cool thing about Dragon Up, and you can sign up for the beta now, is that it's all the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic art team did it.
Oh yeah.
So like I meet people all the time that's like, I don't know why I like this, and I know why. It's because they're bronies. So it's like that's why you like it. It just looks really, really cute and fun, and lots of barfing dragons, and it kind of has that Eastside Games humor in there as well.
Oh, that's so awesome. Tell me about this Trailer Park Boys game. How did that come together? And are the boys actually involved in the making of the game and the deciding to work with you guys part of it as well?
So I can say some stuff, I can't say other stuff, but what I can say is the boys are really involved in the game. Yeah. They're really excited about what we're going to build. We're going to do a couple things different in free-to-play games. We're going to build idle game that's, like I said, that you could hold with one hand, because I think everyone wants to like hold a coffee or a beer in one hand and play games in the other. So we're going to build that. It's a clicker type game, so it's really bite-sized. You can play it anywhere, and it's story-driven. And it's episodic. So the other cool thing that we're doing with games that's a little bit different on this project is there's actually going to be an end point to the game. So the seasons will actually end, and you'll have to wait till the new content that comes out in order to get more content. And we're finding players are actually relieved with that, because they're like, there's an end to the game. It's not just like you can play it for 5,000 hours. There is an end point to the game. The game will end. You'll have to wait till the new episodes come out.
That's awesome. Now, Vancouver has changed a lot over the years. There's been a lot of up and down, a lot of sort of riding economies of different kinds, EA sort of layoffs and all that stuff. What's it like in Vancouver now? Huge indie showcase?
Yeah, so I go all over the world, and everyone asks me this question. Vancouver's booming. It's amazing. I always say, because I'm Canadian, it's at the end of the hockey stick, and it's only going to grow. So all these companies have come in, and there's been some hard times, but there's a lot of like studios that are around the 100-person size for whatever flavor you want. If that's, you know, a Thinking Ape, or Hothead just got 50 million plus on their title, something like that for the Killshot series. There's Ayugo, there's a whole bunch. There's like 25 studios. And then in the Victoria region, Kano Games is still going strong. And you're going to see more and more studios opening up there, building up in the mobile space, and producing some really good content.
That's awesome. So impressed and so happy for you guys. Continued success with Eastside. Finish this game, okay? We all want to play the Trailer Park Boys game. All right. Thanks, Josh.
Thanks, man.
All right. Have a great GDC,
Later,
man. All right. Hey, thanks for checking out that video on our EPN channel. It's just one small part of the things that we make around here. So if you liked it, don't forget to check out some of our other vids and hit that subscribe button.